What is going on, my everythings? It is your girl Janiqua, and I am back with another reading for you guys. If no one told you guys today, I love you, and I know all your dreams and aspirations matter because they do. So let's tap right into your energy and see what spirit wants you to know. All right, music. So music is playing a huge role in assisting you over the next couple of days. All right, this could be listening to different frequencies. This could be just dancing and releasing some, pent up or built up energy. All right, but music, get into the vibe. Listen to happy music. Don't put on no sad music. Okay, this is a time where healing, music is going to be healing. All right, music is stepping in this week as a form of healing for you. All right, look, be ready to turn on the music. Be ready to dance. Be ready to sing your favorite songs. Be ready to have the music blasting. Be ready to be around music and celebrations right now because you are entering a situation of a happy ending. A solution has been found. Things are going in your favor. Not only is it going in your favor, it's going to provide you with a happy outcome. This is a happy ending. This is not a sad ending. So I'm picking up death. All right, I'm picking up death. All right, you've just experienced some form of death. Okay, meaning you may have just broken up with a lover. You may have just needed to release a friendship. You may have needed to release a job or quit, or understand why you got rejected. You may have needed to end something like that. You just went through a major ending. I'm talking about this ending. The lessons that was learned in this ending you will forever learn from. All right? This ending that you will perceive, or people normally will perceive as sad, like say if somebody passes in your family. Some people in certain cultures, they celebrate, they dance, they put on the music. All right. And some people, they perceive it as a sad ending, devastation. All right. Some people perceive a breakup as devastating and never really get over it, or just feels like it is the ending of the world, a very bad ending. All right. And some people, all right, go through a breakup and they actually level up and they actually see why they needed to separate and they actually forgive and all of these things. So right now, whatever ending that you literally, in a death card, you have no choice. Everybody in their life, like right now, when I'm talking about the death card, this was a major life-changing experience that you went through. All right, whatever was removed from you, whether it was unexpectedly, whether it was forcefully, all right, it had to go. It had to go. You had no control over that. All right, and instead of you looking at this ending as in a bad way, you have manifested a happy ending by how you handled this death that you've just experienced. A lot of celebrating, like that means that you've learned the lesson. That means that you understand why something had to happen. That means that you also understand that you have no control over things. Death does not mean it's gone forever. It means that it is an ending of a cycle and new is trying to come in. So celebrating this death really gave you a happy ending. Like you feel excited about life. You feel a sense of relief letting it go. All right. Your mourning stage is over. All right, so y'all went through a period of mourning. All right, so y'all could have went through a passing in your family, a relationship, a huge change in your life where you feel like you had no control. You just had to process it. The mourning stage is over. All right. Now it's clicking to you. All right. Now your life has leveled up. Your life is becoming more fulfilling and happier. All right. You are experiencing more joyful events. All right. So this death brought a happy ending. All right. It's time to celebrate. Music, literally on blast. Wow. Okay, look, spirituality, that's just how things goes. All right, we might have control here in this physical plane, but when we talking about spiritual, that's a power beyond us. That's a force greater than us. Okay, that's things that we got to let go and let God. All right, there's a bigger plan. All right, there's a bigger power that be in control here. This was something spiritual, all right, that you had to let go. It had to die. The lesson was learned. It had to be let go to create this ending. It had to be destroyed in order for something to be made brand new again, for you to feel brand new again, all right? So, wow. Spirit, give me more on this energy. Look, self-discipline. Now, when we talking about processing a loss and really, really ending something that you are emotionally attached to, even clothes, all right, that takes self-discipline. That takes standing on business and then falling short. That takes forgiving somebody and then remember the disrespect and then trying over. That takes forgiving yourself for allowing people to treat you a certain way. That just takes trial and error and not giving up on what you deserve. All right. It takes working on yourself, reprogramming yourself. All right. Training yourself, strengthening your commitment to change something that you don't like. Because if you're not changing it, then you are allowing it. All right. So this took a lot of self-discipline. All right, this took a lot of you trying to stop, trying to understand and know that this is just how it's supposed to be. When people die, all right, sometimes people, when people pass, sometimes it's health issues, sometimes it's natural cause, sometimes people pass in their sleep. So you're going to go around and be sad forever? You ain't even have no control of that. That was a force greater than you. It was their time. It was something spiritual. All right, you have to have self-discipline and knowing what you have control over, and you got to keep going. You got to see the bigger thing. You got to see the bigger picture. All right. So, look, a rebirth on how you perceive endings, how you perceive endings in relationships, how you perceive when spirit is telling you let go of anything. This is a complete shedding of the old skin. Your kundalini has risen. This is a whole brand new you. You have completely stepped into the highest version of yourself on that level, on an upper level, on a higher level. All right, this is a complete rebirth that ended in a happy ending. All right, this story, that's yours. All right, your story, it didn't end with a sad ending. Yours ended with a happy ending. All right, and that's all how we perceive what we're being called to sacrifice. Is you looking at every situation bad? Okay, so celebrate. All right, celebrate your self-discipline. All right, it is not easy standing on business with anything. It's not. We get lonely. All right, the enemy start tempting us. You hear me? We got pleasures. We got money to be made. You know, it's not easy But it's not impossible, and the rewards are long-lasting and endless when you have self-discipline. When you have self-discipline, you no longer could be tempted and led by evil. All right? You could no longer move out of desperation. Okay? Spirit, give me more on this music. Look, the Ace of Swords. So right now, Spirit was communicating to you through music. All right? Or you have the power to receive messages through music. Clear. You hear me? And for a lot of you guys, music is really healing to you. All right? It also gives you confidence. All right? The type of music you listen to, it gives you the courage to speak up and speak your truth. All right? So there has been a lot of communication through music. Okay? Spirit, what is this Ace of Swords with this music? Music done got you through a lot. Okay, look, the High Priestess. All right, the music done got you through a lot of dark days, y'all. Okay, I'm hearing you owe a lot to music. All right, also, you could express yourself through music, through songs. Okay? But music done got you through a lot of dark days. Wow. All right. And for some of you guys, this could be a gift, or this could be a talent. All right. A secret talent. With this High Priestess and this Ace of Swords, you could have a secret hidden talent. I'm seeing like a ghostwriter. You could have a hidden talent of writing music or poems or something like that. All right, that is coming to the surface. All right, you done tapped into a new ability, going through some sort of rebirth here. All right, an extra talent. All right, with this High Priestess, you just went through something really dark, or it's like I'm hearing this happy ending was way overdue. You've been through everything you could even imagine. Everything that somebody could fear or possibly be scared of, you've went through it. It happened to you. All right. You may have chosen a different path of faith. All right. With this High Priestess, a more clear, a more narrow and truthful path, righteous path. Okay. But music has guided you somehow, or will. All right. There's some sort of like secret or hidden talent in music. Spirit, give me more on this happy ending. Look, wow. So this is communication. This is also you being a bold person, or the boldest person to create this happy ending from a death. All right. You might have been chosen as the strongest one to lead or to uplift after a death. All right. So say if, and you could be young, or you could have been young doing this. Like you could have been young telling people that they gonna be all right, you know, after they went through a devastating situation. Like you were the one that always had enough strength, had enough courage to get over situations and move on. That don't mean you didn't hurt, but you perceived endings. Like you were the go-to to like, I need some strength right now. All right, the Page of Wands is somebody that demands a happy ending. Like they see it a different way. They see the cup half full instead of half empty. And you may have learned this at a young age, the Page of Wands. You may have always been like this. Like you may have always been the one that got up out of relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not staying at a job, quitting a job whenever you feel like it. You just know that there's something better. You know that there's a happier ending. The Page of Wands is a very bold communicator. All right, that communicates, or like a spokesperson to, and in this case, demand happy endings, like allow people to see that this is not what you think it is. This ending had to happen for you to, or this ending was out of your control. You can't dwell. You can't grieve for your whole life. Okay, as the High Priestess, now it's making sense. You are somebody that has been through the darkest things. So, and you still here. You still made a life. You still happy. But you've been through things. So you've been chosen for this. All right, and now it's your time. I'm hearing all your dark days is behind you. I don't know whoever you are. You will be seeing nothing but happiness, and every situation that you apply yourself to and get into moving forward. All right, it will end in a happy ending. It's your time. You've been there for people. You've been there for yourself. You done been through a lot of dark things, and you still is looking at things for the best for you. You still looking at things, all your endings that, us High Priestesses, we don't have a lot of friends because usually we are being used by the divine to teach people about themselves. Okay? We teach people and we trigger people to grow up. All right? And sometimes that causes fallouts. But as long as we triggered them enough to heal, we all right. All right? We go through a lot of endings as High Priestesses because we really have a mission. Okay, we kind of like, as we grow and evolve, we kind of know like we're not supposed to get attached to anything. Anything can happen. Death could come at any time. You could get married, right? And you out, and your lover, God forbid, get hurt to the point where it's no return. Are you gonna go through life and never dating again? Death could come at any time. You gotta understand that nothing is yours forever. And that's why it's important to show gratitude and appreciate things while you have it. And when you experience death, not all the time is going to be your fault. It's just life. It's time to go. So you got to be prepared for that light. And the only way you prepare for that is if you train yourself and develop a different type of perception on death. And what gotta go, and what's out of your control and what's not. And the only thing you have control over is to create a happy ending out of it and to look for the lesson. Sometimes you're not gonna understand death. We are not in control here with anything. So right now, you were bold enough to see an outcome in a different light that was supposed to go tragic. So say if you get into a relationship and y'all decide to separate, or you decide to separate. And at first, the relationship is rocky because this person is mad at you. But over time, and you keep your cool, all right, and you keep moving forward, over time, it will diffuse. And you don't know. You'll probably be friends or good people, good friends with somebody. And now the relationship and the ending don't feel so bad after all because it didn't have to be that way. Some do and some don't. All right, but you've learned how to alchemize a situation that was meant to destroy and create a very sad ending into happiness. You always see it that way. And that's just an outlook on life that you've learned. All right. So because you chose, this was a choice The Page of Wands is a choice to speak up or a choice to act in a manner. Okay? So because you chose to see an ending in a way that was healthy for you and that was a positive outcome, you received a positive outcome this week. Over the next couple of days, you are going to experience a happy ending from a huge loss or what you could have perceived as a loss, but you actually perceiving it as a happy ending. A happy ending. If somebody passed, right, and you remember, you choose to remember the good things about them, and it's going to change your emotion about the ending, about the depart, about the separation. So because you chose to act in a manner and conduct your words in a manner how you did, it created a happy ending because you was just not allowing that to destroy you. All right? Even how you communicated with the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, you were very bold and speaking the truth. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You are hostile. All right? When you speak clear and when you speak with a certain tone, people can hear you. All right? As long as they feel you, all right, that's all you need. All right, so whatever you were saying in this bold manner, all right, it was clear, it was true, and it was honest, and somebody couldn't turn away from that. Somebody couldn't be hostile behind that. Somebody couldn't deny it. Somebody couldn't deny it. Somebody couldn't deny what you were saying. Somebody couldn't deny the end that you was bringing about. Somebody couldn't deny the reason why things were ending. All right. Somebody also respects you on how you ended something. All right. Somebody respects you on how you spoke up for yourself and how you ended something. You ended something on good terms, or you ended something in a happy, it created a happy ending. Look, the Queen of Cups, she's always going to move with love. Just because the High Priestess knows how to be very mean, because people been very disloyal and mean to her, she doesn't treat people how she's been treated. She knows she don't win like that. So wow, this is amazing. Somebody respects you on how you ended something. Moving forward, you done changed somebody's perspective on endings. All right. Somebody respects you so much on how you ended something. All right. That they will forever have a different perspective on things being released out their life or detaching from things. They will have a whole different perspective because it ended good. That's the Queen of Cups. That's what you're talking about, real adulting. You hear me? Forgiveness does not require you to go back, but you could treat people with respect and know that we all fall short. It's the choices that we make and the truth that we choose to stand on. You can speak your truth and be honest without being hostile or screaming. Nobody can hear you like that. Nobody want to respect you like that. All right. So y'all, this week ahead and these next couple of days, it's going to manifest different in your life. So I can't, as a reader, I can't really tell you exactly what's going to unfold. But every situation you find yourself in over the next couple of days is going to end in a happy ending. There's going to be these solutions. And then you're going to know it's coming from good dharma, from how you ended or how you took an ending, how you adjusted to a death that you probably had to initiate it. You probably had, oftentimes the High Priestess is looked at as the aggressor or as the one who inflicted the wound, because the truth will cut you deep. The High Priestess touches up on things and brings to the surface things that people keep letting be swept under the rug. So right now, the way you didn't care about how you was being perceived by others and inflicting some sort of wound or causing pain is also being acknowledged. All right? Because sometimes people need to feel pain. All right? It's either me or you. All right? The consequences had to be dealt with. So this is amazing energy. Spirit, give me more on this Page of Wands. Look, the Two of Wands. All right, this is a plan. This is feeling like you have the world in your hands, or you feel like you have control over all outcomes. You know what I'm saying? The Two of Wands is, you knew how to handle a situation. All right, there was something that came to your attention for you to plan out how you was going to handle it. If you was going to handle the situation in a way that was going to cause a sad and detrimental ending, or are you was going to handle and act in a way that was going to create a happy ending for you. The world is in your hands. You had the choice. The return on your investments is huge this week. All right, because now Spirit could trust you with detachment. Now Spirit could trust you with not crashing out and destroying all your blessings because you done acted out impulsive. You done made a permanent decision based off of temporary emotions because you bugging out. You got self-discipline and the things that Spirit is calling you to sacrifice unexpectedly. All right, or now you are trusted with you not questioning Spirit when Spirit is telling you to let go of something because you can't see something. You're not questioning. That's power. Okay? So congratulations. Spirit, give me more than self-discipline. Look, the Temperance in reverse. All right, so this was somebody that wasn't on a path that you was on. Spirit, what is this Temperance in reverse? Somebody could be angry about this. The Temperance in reverse is really angry, having no discipline over self. All right, needs order, needs God. Look, the Five of Pentacles. Somebody lost their covering. The lack of self-discipline and causing this ending. All right, so this didn't have to end this way. The lack of self-discipline, the lack of being guided by a power bigger than them and they higher self has caused this ending. And the consequences of this unneeded ending is them losing a lot on a material plane and spiritual plane. Their covering is gone. When a high priestess ended something, everything left with her. The angelic protection, the opportunities, the calmness, the peace, the energy, all right, the success, the good health, the good vibration, the resources, everything, because everything came with her. So she took everything back. It's the anointing, all right? This is what happens. This is the consequences of not having self-discipline. Because this was an unnecessary death that probably the high priestess had to process. You know, like I always tell you, when you're the Queen of Cups, you no longer have to endure heartache or pain. You've dealt with that. You grew. So anything that's causing you that is kind of like, And in this case, The high priestess, you already dealt with hurt and darkness and lies and betrayal from people that you love. You already dealt with, the enemy. Okay, you already dealt with poverty. So the high priestess is not to experience, the high priestess also deals with death. The amount of things that the high priestess has to get comfortable with ending and being removed out her life just because of spirituality, it's like, all right, she went through enough. Now it's her season to have happy endings. We put her through a lot. So just as well as it applies for all of the other queens in the suit, and in this case, it's more major because she's a major arcana card. This is spiritual. You are not allowed to experience any more deaths in 2025. For real. So the fact that spirit had to end something and make you have to go through that again, unfortunately, somebody is going to go through karma. Like, the angels are pissed for you to have to experience something. And then, even though, spirit knows that the high priestess knows how to turn death into a happy ending. But this is not your season to do that again. You know what I'm saying? So somebody, because of lack of self-discipline and putting you through another death process and having to cut somebody off or having to end something and be the initiator, all right? Spirit is highly upset. Even their guides, all right? This is not even your guides. This is their guides. This is their guides, not helping them and not assisting them. Their guides are pissed. Their angelic team are pissed right now because of a lack of self-discipline. That they allowed something to end that was supposed to get them out of a poverty mindset and lack. Wow. All right. So this was not your season to go through any deaths, but sometimes it's beyond your control and you just gotta let it go. But you still go through a process of mourning. And that's where the problem coming at. Why is the high priestess mourning right now? She didn't pay her dues. She's on a throne right now. What's going on? Okay, what's going on? Because if she was sentenced to your life, she's not supposed to be going through no deaths. It wasn't supposed to end this way. All right, luckily she has the power to create, a happy ending. But this was an unexpected death that you had to deal with. All right, in a relationship. All right, so you wasn't supposed to be forced to end a connection. Like, you were forced to end it, obviously, because there's things that you probably didn't see or was being held from you or whatever the case may be or whatever. But it wasn't like this relationship was supposed to grow into the 10 of cups, the 2 of cups. Like, the Ace of Cups is God giving you a relationship, a loving relationship, and y'all build on it. This is your person. And then you grow. It stopped at the 2 of Cups because the high priestess already sees the hurt coming. And you probably was really confused because you know that this is your season of happiness and happy endings. So you probably was really confused. You probably even went through a season of questioning God. Like, hey, what's going on here? Spirit take that to offense. That's why somebody's spiritual team is like, I'm not taking it. No, you got to take consequences for this. This is unnecessary. And you done picked the high priestess through unnecessary grieving because she had to end you. Okay, ended a relationship. Look, under judgment, your spiritual team was like, Sometimes when you are being called to end something, it's because they done took something way too far. Sometimes you're not always going to understand it, but your intuition will tell you to let that go. All right, somebody crossed the line to where the angelic team is letting them go through the Five of Pentacles. This ending, it wasn't supposed to end like this. Like, you wasn't supposed to have to cut somebody off. You wasn't supposed to experience this. Judgment. They under judgment. And their covering is gone. When your spiritual covering is gone, there's no type of form of material help or from anybody that can help you. They're going to have to suffer this consequence. All right. Dang. Y'all. All right. So what did they do? If I'm supposed to know. The Fool. All you got to know is that they were a fool. They try to play you like a fool when you was a high priestess. They try to play with your intelligence. They took a risk with you that was not worth the reward. All right? Because they have lost everything. This is affecting them on a spiritual and material plane, y'all. Look, they can't sleep. They know. They can't sleep. Wow. All right, so you were forced to go through you probably was forced to cry. You probably was forced to try to make an understanding of this. Try to gain your head around why did you have to process this? Why did they have to do something so detrimental for you to cut them off? When you created a safe space as a high priestess, this is all the way wrong. Spirit probably was like, why is the high priestess praying about this, about death? She's not supposed to be experiencing this. What is going on? Yeah. You had to build up all the power. You had to ask Spirit for the strength to unleash yourself from a trapped mindset in something. Something had you bound, like, what? I'm glad you got out of it and you came out a rebirth. All right, look. And your finances became more disciplined. This is how you get that new beginning. All right. Wow. This is a new beginning in your finances. All right. This was about self-discipline and about financial discipline, because this person did not have any. They had lack of self-discipline and lack of financial discipline. All right. And played a fool. Wow. All right. Spirit, what's the closing out messages? The Wheel of Fortune. All right. Growth and expansion is around you, and they have to redo a cycle. This is you in a state of Mayat, and this is them tempted by the enemy. All right. Through temptation. Look, the Ace of Cups. You are receiving all the love that this person probably drank from you. All right. So expect a new relationship also. All right. Expect money. Expect gifts. But this is on a soul level. This is going to touch you on a soul level. All right. This money, this resources, everything is being restored. Times 10. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you and I hope to help.